Hello everyone, this is Jack, your host for Success Edge. Good Friday. First of all, I just bought a navy blue Ferrari jacket. I was going to get a red one, but instead I got a navy blue one. If you like my Ferrari jacket, the blue one right here, post a comment, man. Let me know, because I was going to get a red one instead. Today I want to talk about some of the mistakes that almost kill me out of this industry, that almost destroy my career. As a matter of fact, about 2 weeks ago at one of my live training, there was a lady asked me a question, said, Jack, would you mind to mention some of the mistakes that you made over your career? Wow, Jesus. And I made so many mistakes in my career that literally, slow down my business, slow down my process, slow down my cash flow. But if I have to mention to you today two major mistakes that almost destroy me out of this industry, knock me out of my career, I have to tell you there were two major mistakes. And the first one I want to share with you, believe it or not, is that early on in my career, I was trying to be so perfect. I was trying to be too perfect. I finally learned one thing over my last many years in the sales and team development business, that when you are not perfect, you are actually perfect. Now let me tell all of you what I mean by that. Back then when I started, I have a live personality, and I think that, because of my personality, it gives me that little bit edge over a lot of people when it comes to sales, recruiting. I always believe in, I'm pretty good in what I do. I am a go-getter, I have a desire, and I develop a lot of great skills that prep me to become one of the best in the industry early on. So I was very hard on myself, in another word. So I don't take no very well. When people don't buy from me, when people quit the opportunity on me, I take it very hard on me, because inside myself, years ago, I said, man, I did a great presentation. I did an amazing opportunity seminar. My product is decent enough. You need the product badly. Why aren't you not buying from me? Why did you buy from me and cancel it after a few weeks? I spent so much time in mentoring you, teaching you what to do. After a few months, you actually quit on me, and you told me from the day one, you will be my superstar. Is this something I did wrong? Is this something that I'm not good enough? You got the point, right? The point was that I was constantly searching for the right answers, exactly why certain people don't buy, why certain people don't join, why certain people join and quit on me. And I was very hard on myself. And later on, from learning from my mentor, from reading books, from my actual experience, I finally changed. I finally accepted the fact that you don't have to be perfect, as long as you are trying your hardest. And once I accepted that, a lot less pressure was on my shoulder, and I was able to perform much better, but still with the same intensity. I was still a hustler, I was still working hard, but instead of focusing on how to please everybody, I was able to focusing on expanding my company, expanding my business, expanding my prospect. I was able to go through a lot more numbers without focusing on just, one or two people and try to make them, feel good about who I am. So that's really the first mistake. If you ask me, what is that one major mistake, that would be the first biggest mistake that almost knocked me out of this game permanently. The second mistake was I literally tried to change people. And that's why being an entrepreneur is so difficult, is that we have different people surrounding us every day. One of the things that I tried to do very desperately back then was I was trying to change someone, and later on I realized one fact, if somebody who's motivated No matter what you do, what you say, as long as you're giving them the right guidance, they will do it regardless, right? On the other hand, when someone who's not motivated, who's not inspired, who's lazy, it don't matter what kind of opportunity you present to them, it don't matter what you do for them, they will always be the same person unless some significant event happened in their lifetime. You know, changing people is very difficult. The only person you can change is yourself. That's why I learned. I learned how to change myself instead of trying to change other people. So I hope, my very, very short time spending with you on this episode, on this particular time today, is that you learn, number one, don't try to be perfect. When you are not perfect, you're actually perfect. And number two, do not try to change anyone. Winners always win. Loser always lose. As long as you change, the rest of the stuff, the rest of the environment will change because you change. All right? I hope that you like the message of the week, and I want you to enjoy your weekend. And until then, I see every single one of you in the next episode of Success Edge. Take care.